whatever you've eaten here today has given you almost no nutrition. In fact, it's put a terrible burden on your body because your body has to digest all this, make all the enzymes for it, and then get rid of the putrefaction waste that you form by using this. Of all the foods that we eat, sugar is probably one of the most harmful. In fact, people worldwide eat about 31 billion pounds of sugar. Actually, that's the number for Americans. Americans are the biggest eaters of sugar in the world. That breaks down to about 125 pounds a year for every man, woman, and child. That means that you will eat a pound of sugar every 2.5 days. Now, what does sugar do? Sugar takes out of your body vitamin C, vitamin B complex, which you need to calm down your nerves, and vitamin C helps you resist infection. It will also take out of your body zinc and chromium. Now, these two are very necessary for healing. They're also necessary for keeping you from wanting to overeat. And they're necessary for the enzymatic reactions that take place in your body. When you eat too much sugar, particularly refined sugar, it shoots your sugar level up so high that your body has to produce huge amounts of insulin rapidly to assimilate that sugar. When your insulin shoots up high, it overshoots. It takes care of the sugar that you have, but then it overshoots and you become hypoglycemic because now you don't have enough sugar. So you are on a cycle of yo-yoing back and forth. Now, because you're hypoglycemic, you want more sugar. So you go out and eat some more sugar and your insulin goes up again. This wears out the pancreas. It helps cause diabetes. And of course, it also gives you all of the symptoms of hypoglycemia, which are very, very similar to anxiety and hyperactivity. You will get shaky. You will get tremulous. You will want to sometimes hide because you have phobias. All of these things are caused by hypoglycemia. For years, people have known that sugar could be very damaging, and of course it's addictive. It's actually almost as addictive as cocaine and heroin and some of these other things. So sugar is in almost everything you eat that is processed. You look at the ingredients on the can, and frequently sugar will be the number 1 or 2 or 3rd ingredient. And generally they have to put them on the can or on the box in the order of the magnitude for which they appear in the food. You say, well, I eat brown sugar. Well, brown sugar is nothing more than refined sugar with the molasses fragment put back in, which has been removed for white sugar. It's still bad for you. And honey, even though it is much more natural, if you take it in large quantities, it has the same effect on your body as sugar does. So, sugar paralyzes the immune system. For 4 hours after you eat sugar, your immune system cannot resist disease. So you see, if you eat in the morning, you eat a donut or some other sweet thing, and then at lunch you might have a milkshake, and then for dinner you might have dessert. The whole day, your immune system is completely paralyzed. Sugar is empty calories. It robs the body of vitamin C, B complex, zinc, and chromium. It also upsets the calcium phosphorus level of your body, causes hypoglycemia. It also leads to degenerative diseases such as arthritis and heart disease, and it destroys the nervous system because it hypes you up and makes you jittery. And it depletes the enzymes and increases the level of fat in your bloodstream. So we have a lot of things that we already know about that can cause disease. You say, well, I don't eat sugar, I eat artificial sweeteners. I don't want that sugar in my body. Well, you can have NutraSweet or saccharin. NutraSweet is aspartame. These things are nothing more than chemicals. Do you realize that in these artificial sweeteners such as NutraSweet, there is a chemical called methanol. Methanol is what was in the wood alcohol that was in the bathtub gin back during Prohibition and caused blindness. There have been a number of recorded cases of transient and some permanent blindness with the use of these artificial sweeteners, particularly aspartame, which is marketed as NutraSweet. Not only that, thousands of cases of grand mal seizures or convulsions or fits have been recorded from the use of this. Aspartame has been put in over 1,600 food products that you put into your body. And in one series of over 500 persons with adverse reactions to these aspartame products, almost 15% suffered from typical generalized grand mal seizures. When you eat processed food, you also eat a lot of MSG. That's monosodium glutamate. Well, glutamate is an amino acid, and you say, well, my body needs glutamate, but not in these strong, concentrated dosages. Do you realize that Americans eat MSG in almost everything that is produced? If you eat in a restaurant, or if you eat something from a box or a can, the chances are that it will have MSG in it. Well, even if it says no MSG on the label, look for something called natural flavorings or hydrolyzed vegetable protein. Both of those frequently contain MSG. MSG in high doses and in any dose at all is a toxin. So you say, well, I don't want to take that into my body. How do I eliminate that? Well, you eliminate it by eating your food in its natural state. If you go to the produce section of your grocery store, you will be able to buy things that don't have MSG and aspartame in them. That's why I'm suggesting that you eat as close to nature as possible. When you eat in restaurants, when you eat packaged food, when you eat TV dinners and things like that, the chances are extremely high, almost 99%, that you will have MSG and aspartame in all of those things. When you drink caffeine, caffeine is also a toxin. It causes hyperactivity of the nervous system. It is an unnatural stimulant. It speeds up body reactions abnormally. It increases the heart rate. It increases the secretion of stomach acid, which can increase your chances of getting an ulcer. It can cause insomnia, which everybody knows about. And in fact, that effect can be pertaining to the coffee drinking for at least 14 to 16 hours after you drink the coffee. Caffeine causes coffee nerves, anxiety, irritability, withdrawal, headaches, and it will abnormally increase your blood sugar. That's one reason you get a lift from it. It causes osteoporosis, an increase in hip fracture. There is an increase in benign breast tumors, and of course if you have an increase in benign breast tumors, there's also an increase in malignant breast tumors, and caffeine has been shown to cause an increase in cancer of the bladder. If you have a little glass of wine or other alcohol with your meal, you will also cause severe dehydration of your body. You know that if you put alcohol on your hands dry out. Well, the same thing happens if you put alcohol in your body. It dries out your body. And your body needs water in order for every cell to function. Also, alcohol kills liver cells and it kills brain cells. Now, if you have a lot to waste, you're better off than the rest of us. Here are some of the things that milk will cause: allergies, eczema, an increase in your cholesterol, and milk is one of the main causes of osteoporosis. Oh, you say, no, I have to drink milk so I don't get osteoporosis. No, osteoporosis is not caused by a lack of calcium. Osteoporosis is caused by two main factors. Now, smoking also enters into it. You certainly don't want to smoke and put all of those bad elements into your body. But mainly, osteoporosis is caused by a lack of activity. People aren't getting out and exercising regularly, and